How to understand a man's need for space and stop taking it personally. The silence alarm, the calls slow down, the texts get shorter, he seems distracted, and instantly your inner alarm bell rings. Is he pulling away? Is he losing interest? What did I do wrong? If you've ever felt that panic when a man pulls back for some space, you're not alone. We often mistake a need for space as a sign of rejection, when for an emotionally healthy man, it's often a sign of processing, recharging, and respecting the relationship. Today, we're going to dive into the male need for space, why it's natural, the difference between healthy space and a red flag, and the 3 steps you can take to stay securely attached and stop taking his temporary absence personally. Part 1. The masculine default, why he needs space. For many men, particularly emotionally available men operating from a secure place, space is not a retreat from the relationship, but a retreat for self-clarity. It's their default method for 2 things: processing and recharging. When a woman has a problem, she often seeks connection to talk it out and feel validated. When a man has a problem, work stress, a decision, an emotional difficulty, he often needs to retreat internally to process it alone. It's their version of a mental man cave. This isn't coldness, it's how they organize their thoughts and find a solution before re-engaging. Recharging. The masculine energy often feels depleted by constant emotional engagement. They need solitude to refuel their sense of self, purpose, and focus. If you interrupt this process, he'll likely return drained and irritated, not recharged and loving. The key difference: we need to unlearn the idea that proximity equals connection. For a woman, connection might look like being side by side on the couch talking. For a man, connection might look like coming back energized and focused after an hour of silence to spend quality time with you. His need for space is about rebalancing his masculine energy so he can show up as his best, most stable self for the relationship. Your insecure attachment systems often interpret his space as abandonment. This triggers the panic cycle. He pulls away, you feel fear, you chase, texting, asking, "Are you okay?" He feels pressure, he pulls further away. This cycle trains him that you can't handle his independence. And it confirms your worst fear. Worth check. The real secret here is that a securely attached woman doesn't chase. She knows his space is not a commentary on her worth. When you feel the urge to chase, stop and ask yourself, am I chasing him or am I chasing validation? The answer is almost always validation. The moment you can genuinely use his space to focus on your own amazing life, your friends, hobbies, purpose, you break the cycle. You become an attraction point, not a source of pressure. Mini exercise, the 5-minute rule. Next time he says he needs space, give yourself 5 minutes to feel the anxiety. Acknowledge it. Write down the 3 fear-based thoughts you just had. He's cheating, it's over, I'm unlovable. Then, literally set a timer for 5 minutes and pivot to a hobby or a goal. Train your brain to seek comfort from your own life, not from his immediate attention. Part 3. Identifying the red flags when space is a problem. It's critical to distinguish healthy space from abandonment or avoidance. Space is healthy when it's communicated, temporary, and has a returning point. It's a red flag when it's sudden, punitive, or indefinite. Healthy space. He says, "I had a stressful day. I'm going to play video games for an hour to clear my head, and then I'll be back to watch that show with you." He communicates and commits to a return. Red flag avoidance. He suddenly goes silent for days without explanation, leaves you on read, or disappears right after a conflict and returns only when he wants something. This is not space. It is emotional unavailability and avoidance. The check-in. You can check in, but you check in with a secure message that respects his space while confirming connection. Secure message. Hey, thinking of you. I know you're busy, need time to yourself. Just wanted you to know I'm here when you're ready. No rush. This message respects his boundaries and affirms your secure availability. If he still can't engage, his issue is not space, it's commitment. Part 4. Your action plan for security. How do you actually stay secure when he's gone? It boils down to filling your well. Focus on pillar 1, purpose and passion. Revisit your passions. When you have an exciting, self-directed life, his absence becomes an opportunity, not a threat. Practice self-validation. Give yourself the comfort you're seeking from him. This is the opposite of neediness. Respect his process. Instead of worrying, genuinely admire that he's taking time to recharge. This sends a powerful signal. I respect your needs and I trust you. Final secure message. The most magnetic thing you can do when a man pulls back is to genuinely let him go, knowing he will return to a woman who is complete, confident, and anchored in her own life. That is the definition of a secure and lasting relationship. Remember, his space is not a commentary on your worth. What is one personal hobby or purpose you will turn to the next time you feel the urge to chase? Share it in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to Securely Attached for more insights. Next time, we are doing a deep dive into male psychology with understanding the 3 core needs of a man: respect, purpose, and freedom. It will completely transform how you interact with men. See you next week.